Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
It was a fantastic game at Anfield. That game ended 2-2. It was a surprising result for everybody because Amorim's army actually put up a fight that is worthy. Everybody was surprised. I was surprised when I watched that game. I was thinking, is this Manchester United? They fought for every ball. Got the ball, got their goals in that game. You know, in the first half it was a boring game in the first half, but the second half it all came alive, and Manchester United scored first, and Liverpool scored again, making it 2-1. Then they equalized, making it 2-2. The game ended 2-2. But that final miss by Maguire, we'll get to that. Okay, guys, if you look at this game now, let's not talk about the first half because first half I think it's one shot on target.
First half was pretty interesting.
It was just interesting. Both of them was cancelling each other out.
Yeah.
I think Højlund got one chance I can remember, which the Alisson saved. Then McAllister got another chance from that pass from Salah. I did that one chance, but after that game, first half, second half, everything came alive.
52 minutes, Martinez with the goal. We felt like this is Martinez that job. I said, this show. As Martinez just scored now, I want key job. I want just come here about the legend, but with the equalizer came from what's it called, Cody. I didn't expect it, and this is one of the reasons I say this guy with the sign wave jump, they always hype, all the hype, everything there. You know, Sabi didn't get it because the same thing almost happened to Martinez against Salah, and he find a way to block it. The Ligt, on the other hand, it was too much pace, too much run. Went in for the tackle, went in for the kill. We did not plan well. He just went in and they eliminated him just like that.
Before talking about goals, now let's talk about the first goal before we talk about the game in general. Martinez, after the second half, Martinez scoring, he's smashing that ball. What a smash. He hit that ball so hard that Alisson couldn't even react to it. Lovely goal from him.
You go snap passport.
No doubt.
You go snap passport for that guy.
No doubt. For me, I feel like nobody expected this Manchester United to turn up today. The question is, where has this Manchester United been? Because it's been heartbreaking for a lot of Manchester United fans out there, you know, to watch games and see these same boys, the same people, you know, play as if they've never kicked a ball in their life before. You see them making the same mistakes and making the same errors that we keep coming back. We saw the set pieces Liverpool had today. They were better composed today as against their performance in the last 4-5 games. And you ask yourself, where is this performance coming from? Where is this energy coming from? Is there any special sauce in the food today that wasn't there these last 2 months? But it just comes back to it. And for me, I feel like it's one of those growing pains that you experience because the players are adapting after already assimilating to somebody's other strategy. They're not trying to assimilate to AMORIM strategy, but you know, can they now sustain this performance? That's the most important thing. You know, I won't come in here and come and say, hey, they
look at per match.
Sustain it.
I look at per match. In this match now, we expected Man United to be flat again, but they've had 1 week or a week or so to train. The last time they played was last year. And this is about 5th of January. So they had at least more than 7 days to train. They had at least more than 7 days to be in camp. I understand what the coach wants them to do. Run in training, do some other exercise in training. And that was just it for me. Because I think since he came in, he has not had up to 3 days of training section with the players. It's always 2 days in between matches. And those 2 days, you have 1 day to rest. You have the next day to train. And you have, inside the training day, you have the day to prepare for the next match. So it was just one match after the other, one match after the other, taking the games as it comes. But now for Amorim, as you say now, you don't use 1 week train with the players. You don't use 1 week talk to each player, know their strengths, know their weakness. And thank God for him, Kobe Mainoo is back in the midfield. You saw the legs he had in midfield today. Ugarte, Kobe Mainoo. Very much was just trying to run in between Konate and Van Dijk, trying to keep the defense line safe. Because if there was not Ugarte or perhaps Kobe Mainoo who was trying to at least create a chance going forward with Bruno Fernandes, you would have seen maybe a Gravenberch playing an attacking role, playing a free-flowing low in attack.
And it would have been more deadly.
Because you have a Casemiro who doesn't have the legs. The Eriksen doesn't have the legs to chase. But in this game, we had a young midfield combination having the legs to chase. Though Mainoo did not give us his top performance. I will say for a fact it wasn't the deal for this match. But with the legs, he had to win back balls, get back balls, pass the ball forward, run at defenders, run at opposition. You know that, okay, fine, these players are back. They've learned 1 or 2 things. And they just have the legs to run.
You know, this is their first game for 2025. Probably, maybe 2025 will be a good season for Manchester United. It's going to be a good year for them. But if you look at that game, you know, last time they beat Manchester City, and everybody was thinking, these guys are back. Maybe they are back. winning against Manchester City sometimes is like that. Now, getting 2 points, getting 1 point at Anfield is actually a huge result for them. Why I like this particular game that they showed character,
Yes.
especially the penalty they considered. It was unfortunate for the
Yes.
The same person that considered the first goal.
It was just unfortunate. Sometimes you just react with your hand, not necessarily putting your hand up there. It happens to everybody. So, but let's not go into the Ligt. Even the first goal you are complaining about, he was trying to defend. Everybody
They beat him. It don't even highlight best of Cody Gakpo, slow motion Cody, best of.
Happens in,
you go see for there.
every defender. It happens to every defender. Once you want to make a tackle, and you want to try to block a tackle, sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't work for you. But generally now, let's talk about Slot, because Slot in this game, 2 points draw for him in the title race, even though they are now 6 points ahead of Arsenal with a game in hand. But if you look at Slot in the recent weeks, they have been drawing games, especially. They have not lost games. They are not losing games, but they are losing 2 points, which is actually critical. If they probably would have scored all the chances they have created, they probably maybe 13 points, 14 points ahead of everybody, but now it's just 6 points. Do you think that they can sustain? Because they have a team squad, if you look at it.
They have a very tiny squad.
I said it earlier in the season.
They are dropping points, but the problem is that the people that are following them they do well. They are just
That's another thing though. That's another thing though.
Even if I drop points, Arsenal played yesterday. Arsenal played their match and they were held to a 1-1 draw.
Yes.
Fulham played today and they were held to a 2-2 draw.
Yes.
Chelsea played and were held to a draw. So these are the people chasing after the Liverpool. These are the people, Arsenal, Fulham,
Man City won.
Man City won. They still far. Leave Man City first on one side. Man City still far. Nottingham Forest. These are the people chasing after Liverpool.
That's why to play tomorrow.
Now, Nottingham Forest have a game at hand, but you look at the core people that are closer to Liverpool. This Chelsea and Arsenal. They drop points. So it's all about, if I am chasing the title, if I am chasing the lead, I need to get my wins. And in this game, we know it's going to be tough. Forget the fact that we all say Liverpool are going to run Man United riots. We know it was going to be tough at some point. You don't have you saw the subs he made in the last minute of the game, where Elliott has not been playing for all of this season. At first, I felt like what was it called? Cody Gakpo was not his first choice of starting in the Franks. It was Luis Diaz. But at some point, he had to just introduce Cody in that position. Now, Cody has owned that position. He's playing that position all day, every day now. In defensive midfield, he doesn't have any other person. The other person is trying to trust or play defensive midfielder is Curtis Jones.
Endo is there.
Now, Endo is on the bench. Grandpa Endo. You need legs.
I think 31 years or 31. How old is Van Dijk?
See, I think these people that are not as active in the Liverpool side are players that are not in his plan.
See, it's not about plan, it's about the...
They're not in his plan, obviously, because
you play.
One Liverpool season will end on either Gravenberch's injury or somebody else in that midfield, their injury.
There are other people that have been injured.
He's
at some point,
overutilizing Gravenberch, and when he's not at his peak performance, the team struggles.
Like I said, at some point, we've seen where he played McAllister in position ahead of Curtis Jones, McAllister in pairing. Sometimes it's McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai. In this game, there was no Szoboszlai. Last game, there was no Dominic. So he's off injured. So you have to give him the right to bring in the Curtis Jones in this game. Now, in the second half, you saw the subs he made. Is what I want to get your mind to. The sub you do now, sub you ask yourself, these people play against Real Madrid. No, only one person, Conor Bradley. His performance against Real Madrid was top notch. So he comes in and plays in right back position. Good performance for him so far. And you ask yourself, what is Elliott doing? Elliott cost them the Carabao Cup last year. Now you say, okay, Klopp gave him opportunity, but this one has not given him much of the opportunity because he's always back, sick, injured, this, that, one excuse or the other, he has not been playing. But in this game, he played the last 10 minutes of the game. Okay, so which means he's back into this man plan. He needs legs in midfield, and he's going to introduce every other person he's frozen out over the season. Okay, well, sometimes if you have a squad that is working for you, don't really want to change. But let's see what Liverpool is going to do.
But then you have to manage your fitness.
It was 2-2. Then Maguire got the final chance. In that just 1 minute. In fact, the game has already ended. If he had scored that, game over, and he skied that ball, he missed that goal. I think it was his heartbreak. They almost got 3 points.
Like I said, if you pass the ball to a person, if you're taking a shot or you're taking a pass, it should be Obiago level, where you're passing it to the person's chest. You get.
You are just tapping the ball. You don't even
need to just ankle the ball.
It's not even there.
Ankle the ball to the far post.
You pass the ball on the ground level. Why aim high? Even if you're making a pass to the why aim high? Why not just aim that same low? It's just what it is. You should have aimed low than aiming high. Aiming for the rocket
For
in
me,
the sky.
I'm not mad at Maguire. He's not a striker. He did well. He had a good game, no doubt. I'm sure he will still feel bad about the miss, because that's the kind of person he is, a leader. But I'm more livid with Zeski for giving him the opportunity to take the shot rather than him taking the shot himself.
Go
and look at Gabriel Jesus' goal. Somebody took a shot, the keeper deflected it, and they passed on it.
Look at the distance of the shot now. Someone who took the shot was
Maguire
30 yards out.
There is no keeper there, and you are trying.
This is the Premier League. We are used to having strikers dribble their way in that 18 and score a goal.
The truth that just actually made the right choice.
I won't fault him for the choice.
If you look at Alisson most times will save that kind of.
Now let's look at the goal Bruno Fernandes missed. The Alisson almost spilled. You get the corner kick pass back with him and Garnacho. Definitely from that angle, Alisson will definitely get it. You get it's not
even Højlund going. That's almost the same angle for Højlund that he saved in the first.
You can't beat. I've noticed Alisson.
Alisson is good with that angle.
I've noticed Alisson with his goalkeeping. You can't beat him in the near post.
You
can only beat him in the far post.
Baba, you can beat Alisson in the near post if you not make him with the shot.
If you not make him,
Baba, you flash him outside boot now. You dey talk like say we
between his legs.
You dey talk like say we no know football. You dey whine me.
Playing it under the keeper's leg is always like 90% low.
Wait. Now Arutu.
Let's talk about the only controversy in that game is their handball. What do you make of it? For me, I didn't think it's handball, but the referee gave it. What do you think about that incident?
Close proximity.
It was close.
Close proximity. I would say, I will talk about CB. The first choice the goal referee made was just correct.
No penalty.
No penalty, yes.
That was the first choice. But going back to review it, you see plenty.
I think the Anfield crowd muscled him because he made his decision and went away. The Anfield crowd started raising their voices.
VAR told him to go and look at it.
VAR told him to go and look at it. Then you can. But if you look at it in real time.
If you are looking at it after
and pause.
Yes.
Don't pause and pause. VAR, say VAR wicked. VAR go slower. They go play for slow motion.
The thing about VAR is that they have to is slow motion replay. But the thing is about interpretation of the law. If the hand is high, close proximity, if you can move it, so you have to interpret it. So that you understand, it's the interpretation of the law now is the problem here. He interpreted it that his hand was out of control, but he gave that penalty. But it's not a problem. That game ended 2-2 for Manchester United and Liverpool. It was a good game, especially that second half was intense. That is the best game, second half in 2025, even though we just started this year, but it was an intense game. AMORIM, let's hope that AMORIM will start building from this performance. You need to build from this. Anything less than this performance in any game is going to be a failure. He performed where the players ran,
and the substitutions were top notch.
He did his substitution. Garnacho came in and got an assist. So good luck to them in 2025. I think he needs it because he has really suffered.
He needs all the help he can get.
That man has suffered in just last 3 months.
No doubt.
What do you think you don't see for your life?
You never see him
anywhere.
But you give him one credit. You never see him without a smile on his face.
Well, yeah, doesn't have a choice. But let's see what he's going to be doing this 2025.